Hello again, everybody. I apologize for my problems I was having tonight. I ended up already making this video and then having to delete it because I was having one issue after another, and hopefully I have most of them resolved, and I'm just bound and determined I want to get this video of this new Funfold card out to you guys. So forgive me for the confusion. We'll try to make this one go a little bit quicker and a little bit smoother. That's the hope anyway, so let's hope it does. So I'm Teresa with Keep in Touch Crafts, and I appreciate you joining me to look at a new Funfold that I found. Now, it's new to me. It's possible it's not new to other people, but most people that I've talked to or been watching, they hadn't seen that one before. So regardless, it's just a real fun, unique Funfold. That's why it's Funfold. But it's not hard to do. So let's jump into this pretty soon here. I am going to be able to show you how to put that together and how to score. If you can kind of do some scoring, you'll have it made. So we're going to start with cardstock. We're going to have some pretty fall designer series paper that we'll try it with. You can use it on any kind of a project that you want to make with your own coordinating products together. So I'll also show you a bunch of samples afterwards, and I will show you my paper pumpkin alternative projects as well after I show you the other variations of this Funfold that I've made. Thank you for joining me again. Let's get to it. Okay, so here we are we have some cardstock. All right. And this is the Mossy Meadow, and we are going to cut this down, and let's cut it to a length of 7 inches. I'm going to have to change this so you can see what I'm doing. All right, here we are, 7 inches on the ruler here, and we are going to cut it at 7 inches, and then we're going to turn it, and we are going to cut just 1/4 of an inch off, and it's going to be at the 8 1/4 inch mark there. So we have a piece that is 8 1/4 by 7. So now with our 7-inch side up, we're going to score in from the left edge at 2 3/4 of an inch. And I'll just get the proper blade here, give that a nice score, and then turn it. This is the hard part that I always forget which way to turn it. So then you're going to be turning it to counterclockwise to the left, and then at the same place you're going to score at 2 3/4 again, the same distance. So they're both 2 3/4 of an inch. Hopefully you can see that. And so they intersect with a square is here in the corner, a rectangle here, and then some other panels there. So what we're going to do now is we are going to find a 5 1/2 inch point from this corner on 2 sides. So I'm going to grab me a pencil here. I'm going to put this left edge onto the 5 1/2 inch mark. That's 5 1/2 inches. Then right where this track is, I'm going to make a little tick with a pencil, little tick mark right here. And then we need to do the same thing on this side at 5 1/2. So what I'm going to do then is put this edge line it up with the track, and then I'm going to go down to that 5 1/2 inch point and just make a little pencil mark there. Then we're going to take these 2 pencil marks and line it up with our track so that we can score a diagonal line there that goes from one point to the next. And that is all there is to scoring your project. So here, here, and then at a diagonal. I want you to be able to see that. Okay, so now we can do some, let's see, I want to cut some designer series paper. I'm going to use this pattern that matches nicely with the green base that we have, and I want a 2.5 inch square. So let's cut this piece at 2.5 inches, and then what is our width here? It is already at 2.5 inches wide, and you just want your pattern, of course, to go this way. If it's got a pattern, you want it the right direction, but since it's square, it doesn't really matter that much. 2.5 by 2.5. Alrighty, then we are going to need another piece of designer series paper for another panel, same size. So let's find something that kind of coordinates. And so I am going to use the same one that I had used in my previous attempt. It's this one. And this one is has like oak leaves and some really pretty acorns. Yes, that's the other thing it has. Oh gosh, keep watching my computer. I'm so afraid it's going to crash on me again. Anyways, we're going to use this beautiful piece, and let's cut that at 2.5 inch square as well. Okay, 2.5 inches. You can trust me on that one. And 2.5 inches again. All right, so that's our second piece of designer series paper for this project. Then I decided to use a really, really beautiful accent, kind of a foily looking piece that we have here. And that one is called, it's like a distressed gold. Yeah, this is called distressed gold paper that we have. It's just beautiful. It's kind of has a little bit of a finish where some areas are shinier than the other. Love this gold. So we are going to use this for our kind of a metallic accent. And so what I did was I am using the dies here from our aspen tree die set. And in that are two really pretty leaves. And we have a larger one and a smaller one. And I have already die cut those out for you out of that really beautiful distressed gold. So here are the dies, and they have a lot of detail on them that does show up on our die cuts. So I want to figure out a way to show you this one. Okay, this is the hard part. No, wrong way. Okay, I'm challenged. There is a lot of detail there on that small one. I cut out two of those, and then I also cut out one of the larger ones, and you can see all the beautiful detail on that as well. Then I am going to be using some more of a couple more strips of it just as accent pieces over our label and our inside, kind of an inside panel. And so then for the inside, you're going to want a piece of the white, and I chose 4 by 5 1/4 of our basic white to go on the inside. I'm going to move these out of the way since I already did the die cutting of that. I think I have two, yeah, there's the other small one. Okay. And we're going to grab the white that we have that's going to go on the inside. There we are. And another thing I did was I did take a piece of that same gold that I just showed you, the distressed gold piece, and I am running that through my embossing machine, and we're going to put a little bit of texture from the Fern 3D embossing folder onto this lovely paper stuff here. And I had done that already. So it'd be nice if I could find it here so that we can use it. Okay. But of course it's that day. So we're going to make another one. I had it cut. Goodness sakes. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to I guess I'm gonna have to make it new. Oh, I found it. Yay. Huh, I think. This doesn't look big enough though. And I know the one I cut was already to size. Yep. But, you know, we can do another one, can't we? So we're going to use this, and we're going to use another piece. Now, the panel piece that I'm wanting to use it for is, I'm going to look at the size so I can tell you the proper size of it. All right, we're going to go to, all right, so we're going to need a piece of that gold that is 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. Let's see if that's 1 1/4. That's only one. So let's get a little wider one. All right, we're going to cut a piece that is 1 1/4. Okay, and by 2 1/2. And then I'm going to run that through our embossing folder. And instead of getting my big beast up here, I'm just going to do it really quick on the side and sandwich that right in there on that Fern 3D embossing folder. And then I'm going to crank her right on through my machine. And guess what we're gonna see? We're gonna see some pretty. Okay, there we are. That is so pretty. I love this paper. Oh, gorgeous, as I said before. All right. So what we're gonna do now is we want to do our stamping, and we're gonna be stamping on the inside. Right up in this area for our sentiment on the inside, which I wanted to use You Are Missed. And I'm going to get the proper ink, which I wanted to use this Mossy Meadow. And I'm putting that right up in here. And that, I don't like it because I don't have enough ink in my ink pad, I have a feeling. Come on. Try it on the other side. You Are Missed. It's a little light, but that's my day, so that's okay. Let's add just a little bit of this right here, just a little decoration. And then what I'm going to be doing, I have one other thing I'm going to stamp, a leaf right here, but I'm going to wait and do that after it's already in my card so that I put it in the right place. And we are going to want to put some of this on the edges of this inner panel, and I'm just going to do it on the right and the left side this time. So just to have a little bit of that accent foil sticking out beside our inside piece. So let's go ahead and get our, I'm using seal. Oops, I don't know it there. I just want it on the long edge. And I really don't need that big of a piece, but sometimes it makes it easier to, you know, be able to actually get it where you want it. But I am going to trim it a little bit because I want it, you know, I like to make sure that I don't waste it. You only get 2 sheets of it, I believe, in the paper pack. So it's nice to be frugal with it and careful. So I don't want to waste it. It's practically like real gold, right? All right, that's going to go on the sides of our inner piece here. Inner panel. I just want a little bit showing out of the side. Okay, see that edge there, and then we'll repeat that on this other side. Try to get it about the same again, just a little bit. This probably actually measures only about a 1/16 of an inch on each side, so it's very subtle. And we can trim this piece off now. We don't need it that long. Can I find my scissors right now? No. Okay. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. This is going to go on the inside, like I was saying. And I am going to close this up for now. And let's go ahead and score and use our bone folder and crease really well. So this is the surface that I scored on. And then we can go ahead and put it upside down and bring that diagonal crease right here to make it a mountain fold. Okay, so it's this way, this direction. And then these other 2 are valley folds, so they go inward. And then if you do fold them in that way, then it almost kind of folds itself, because if you push this in here, then it folds right down and gives you this top corner piece right here that's sticking out. But it's just so easy. Once you do a nice crisp creasing with your bone folder, it just kind of comes together on its own like that. And so really now all there is to do is decorate it, and it opens up like so. This is our inside piece, which is where this will go. So that is going to go there, and a little bit of it is going to show on the front. But we're going to put a little stamped image in that bottom right corner. And I just want to get a even edge all the way around, of course. Like about that. Just real subtle shimmer on the edges. Don't know if that's really showing you very well. And the next thing then is, let's go ahead and adhere our Designer Series paper pieces. This one we're going to put in the bottom left. And, you know, I'm just going to try, I've been wanting to try the blends on this. So I'm going to start, I'm just going to use this old olive for now. Is there even any green? So I could just do some of it. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I'm just going to be kind of doing a little color on some of these leaves. It's kind of dark, so I don't want to go, you know, too dark on it. I just kind of want to bring that green color in a little bit here and there. You could even do the whole thing probably, and it would make it look like it was meant to be that way. So can you see the color? Not really, can you? Where are we? Here we go. Oh my goodness. There, it kind of is showing a little better. I have I'm doing green on here, and it really adds a lot. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go all green, and then it's going to be the same, very similar green to our background. This is Old Olive, but Old Olive, in my opinion, is practically just a hair lighter version of the Mossy Meadow that we're using as our background or our card base color. So I'm just making this be green. And that's what I love about black and white paper, is you can change them to match your project by just coloring them in. You could ink it with a blending tool. You could color all these different colors, lots of choices. So we're going to adhere this. And I'm going to put this on the bottom left portion right here. Okay. Then we are going to take our piece that is going to go, this other designer series paper piece is going to go up here, like so. Nice border around there as well. Okay. Then I'm going to take this beautiful gold piece panel here and put that in the upper right. It's kind of a, oh, whoops. It is a smaller piece, or a little bit smaller panel. Okay. I don't know. I guess I'm going to have the fern kind of go in this orientation there. Ooh, I like it. Here it is so far. And this is the same gold that you see around this edge right there. So next I am going to, let's stamp and make a little sentiment banner then. We're going to take a little piece of white and we're going to stamp the greeting of "You are such a blessing" on it. And I'm not really happy with how the Mossy Meadow stamped, because I need to ink it up. So I'm going to see if my Old Olive is better, because I don't want to, the inside I'm not real pleased with my image that I stamped, and oh, this will be better, I think. So I don't want that to happen again. So we're going to go ahead and use this Old Olive color, and I think it'll blend in and be just fine. Yeah, that's stamped much better. And then I'm going to take this leaf that we're going to be stamping in a little bit here, and I am just going to stamp off first of all, because it's pretty dark, and I'm just going to stamp next to the sentiment there. And that is going to go onto the front of the card. And then we're going to look at stamping right down in this area here. So just take a pencil, kind of make a real faint outline on your card of where that is. And then we're going to stamp this leaf. I'm only going to ink it up once, and then I'm going to scoot it around. So it's going to look like 3 different ink colors. So I'm jiggling everything, sorry. I am inking it up with the Old Olive. Stamp it once, twice, and 3 times. Okay, pretty image there. And it just peeks out from here. So I really like how that just kind of shows through and draws your eye over here and kind of takes away the starkness of the bright white. Okay, get that pencil line out of there, and I think I might have a couple little pencil marks where we did the scoring. All right. So next we're going to take our sentiment here, and we are going to put a little gold around by this. I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit large. So I'm going to try to trim it down a little bit with a paper trimmer. And I'm going to first cut it the lengthwise. Okay, then I'm going to trim off and make it so there's less white on the top and the bottom of the actual letters. That's more like it. Oops, wrong blade. Okay. There you are. You are such a blessing. That's going to be our sentiment strip on the front. Then I'm going to bring in a little bit more of the this gold again, and I just am going to put it like so, and I'm going to have just a little bit peek out, and I am going to trim this bottom a little bit more. So we're just going to adhere this right directly on this strip, and I'm not going to have any on the sides, just the upper and lower pieces, so I don't want it to be too long. Okay, got that trimmed to the edge. Now I just want to, this is a little bit harder because I don't want to trim off too much, but there, that should be pretty close. Yeah, that did it. Woohoo! That kind of had to hold my breath on that one. That worked okay. I believe that's all I need the ink for. And then we'll just finish assembling. We're going to put this on here like that. Okay, and I can always trim that down a little bit. Maybe I will. See how it's kind of hanging off just a hair. So that I need to trim off. Of course, my paper snips have, oh, I found them. I'm just trimming a little bit more of the banner here, or the sentiment strip. There, so it's a nice flush edge on that. And then we can put some leaves on here. So we have a little leaf, we have a couple of those, and then we also are going to need our larger, here's our other small one, and where'd our larger one go? Here it is. And this I might put on dimensionals just to really kind of draw attention to it. Okay, like so. And we can decide how we want it to look on there, if we want it sideways going downward or up or sideways like this. This is what I think I'm going to do on this one. So I don't know if this is picking up the colors or that kind of thing very well. I really do like this colored in with the green. In person it looks just really rich looking, I think. And it's all kind of that monochromatic greens with our foil accents or our gold accents. And then this, it could be down here, but I think that's too much. Yeah. could go right there, tone on tone, but not necessary. So let's just put this, we could just kind of gussy up, as they used to say, gussy up the inside. We could do that. We could do, you know, I think, I just hate this. It just does not look good. So I'm going to put a new strip in there and redo that because I just cannot get past this lighter image of the mist. It's just bugging me. So I'm going to use the old olive again because that had better ink. And then after this, I am going to ink up that ink pad with my re-inker because I about worn that one out. I think that'll be better. So I will go ahead and adhere this then to the inside over the one that I did. It's important to know how to fix what you don't like, right? Okay, that'll be like so. And we can put one of them here and one of them here. Like that maybe? Ooh, that's kind of, I don't know. Just depends what you like. I just play around and see what I like and what comes to me, but I think I just might do the one. Okay, no, I don't like that. Fussy, fussy. Sheesh, right? Okay, so the only other thing then you may want to do is you could flick a little bit of the color onto the inside. I'll show you what I mean by that. Even though if you watched last week, I've kind of been doing this lately. Just kind of adds a little bit of like artistic kind of flair to it. Just, I don't know, just takes away that starkness a little bit. And you could put some ribbon on there. That's another idea. So that is the fun fold. I hope you really like it. I'm going to show you some more samples. This is one version. And this is the other version I was trying to make earlier today, but it didn't work out because of my camera dying and a bunch of other issues. So that was the other one I had made. If you caught me live, you may have seen that. This one is more of a copper look to the paper or the foil that I used. Oh, I love that. This color is so pretty. Now this one's a little different. We have these die cuts available with one of our suites that we have, and I stamped "You Were Such a Blessing" on with gold embossing powder on this one, and kind of switched it up a little bit, and I used the gold ribbon here, and it's more the Cajun craze, I believe it is, for the color of the card base. And I did put some of these rhinestones that come along with this package of leaves. You just get them like this. There's a bunch in a package, and they also come with the embellishments that match, and that's what those embellishments look like. I believe it's part of that Rustic Harvest suite or one of our other fall suites that comes with that die cut. And let's see what else we got here. I tried doing kind of a real subtle one just to see, like maybe for a wedding or an anniversary or something. I used white and ivory, or very vanilla is what ours is called, together, and I just wanted to try it. I think it's different, but I think it works for the right situation. I used some of the foil here. I think it was champagne foil, and I did a die cut panel here, And but I haven't done the sentiments or done anything more with it. I did some embossing in the background of this one as well. So I wasn't quite sure where else I wanted to go with this. It'd be nice, like I said, for certain situations. Then here is one I made with some designer series paper that we have now. That is one of your free choices for with an order for Celebration. And I did kind of some similar things here where I stamped the iris, and that came in with a stamp set that goes along with this paper. I used we have some of this darker kind of a purplyish foil paper that I embossed an image on there. Wishing you the loveliest day. And then not anything else on the inside yet. I probably put happy birthday or something like that. And here is one that's more of the yellows. And this is obviously different designer series paper pack here. I did use the same cutout as the other die I just showed you. This one, and I actually used it as a pattern, and I fussy cut out of some designer series paper the same shape, and then I put one of the die cuts behind it, kind of offset, and that makes it almost have kind of a shadow behind it. It looks like I don't know if it's catching that for you or not. And then I just have a hello. I used the what's that dark green? Evening Evergreen little gemstones on that one. And then You Are Missed on the inside there. So those are a few ideas, a few of, you can imagine, this can go on forever, and I just can't stop creating with this fun fold. I just think it's so much fun. Here is the pack of die cut pieces. It's called, what's it called? Leaf Label and Amber Gem combo pack. So you get a bunch of these. I don't know why it's all Cajun praise in there. And so you get a bunch of these. And all of these, I've used some of them. And you get, wow, 50? It must be maybe, I don't know, it says quantity 50. I don't think there's 50 of these, but I'm not sure about that. You'll have to look in the catalog for that info. And then for those of you who weren't able, or who would like to see some of my alternatives for this month's paper pumpkin, I will show you those real quick. We have a lovely, beautiful paper pumpkin this month. It's real watercolory and just flowers, and the colors are beautiful, and it comes with a lot of stuff in it, including some of this gold foil. There's the stamp set. There's kind of a honeycomb background, a bunch of those. I made a bunch of cards, and I haven't even dented all of our supplies in there. Then you get a nice stamp set with it that has some leaves and a couple, 2 different bees, and it says hello, one-of-a-kind friend, for a one-of-a-kind friend, and then wishing you so much happiness, and thank you are the sentiments on this one. And you have this nice large sunflower image here. So that is what I used to create a lot of these. I did add in some extra things as well. But if you make it as it's shown in the instructions, you get 3 different cards that it makes. So here's one of the cards in the kit. This is a subscription paper pumpkin kit. It comes to your door. You have to order by the 10th of each month to get it that month. And then this is the 3rd one. Oh, so pretty. That's all. I mean, it has everything to make those. And of course, then I have to try other things. So this one, I use the die cut and just cut it here and stamped thank you and some different ink colors there. I like to kind of make panels out of the paper. It kind of, I don't know why, that's kind of a trend right now that I see people doing, and I think it's kind of cool. So you just kind of separate those panels. It comes all ready to go, and you just cut it apart. and put it on a note card size. And this one I kind of did a similar technique, different colors, different sizes of designer series paper. I did go ahead and emboss with an embossing folder this center panel. So that kind of was cool to add some texture in there. And here's another kind of a 3-panel with a thank you on it. I have that beautiful background here, but I did kind of cut it out so that whatever was behind here, I cut it out so I can use it for other things, and added some ribbon and goodies. Here is the fun fold that we made today just now. I had this tied into a bow to kind of have it closed. I don't know that I'd do that again, but it was just something I tried. And then it has just hello here with some vellum part of the kit in there. And I did this other version of it, which I used a lot of similar colors that I used today, just now on the one we just did together. And there's some bees and some other pieces that were all part of that kit. And this came with the kit as well, and you just stamp on it and it adds a lot of texture. And my other last example is one, they call this a belly band. I had that on there. It's a gatefold, but it's what we call a bendy card pop out or whatever. So the inside pops out like this so that you can stand it up on your desk or your wherever to display it. So the inside is kind of the focal point compared to normally our front is kind of the main thing. But this one, it's a little different. You can use that center piece and kind of display it. It would look sort of like this. And so whatever shows on the inside is what you'll be seeing sitting out. All right, so we did it. Yay. Let's come on back here. If I can get it to work. Hi. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I appreciate you joining me. And if you're watching on the replay, I'd love to hear where you're from. And I hope you have a great night and that you enjoyed this and that you can make some recreations of your own with this fun fold. It was Nancy. I want to give you the name. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier here. It was the person who made it that I saw. I cased it from her. Was Nancy Ledoux Reynolds, which is part of the demonstrator group that I'm with. And she made a beautiful card for a friend, and I just got the measurements and the information from her. If you, I haven't done it. I'm gonna get a project sheet together with all the instructions and the measurements for you, so I'll be able to link that later on below. And I think we're done for the night, so hope you're doing well. Have a